That's right, we are back live once again on the Twitchosphere to take another look at the 2019 Gold Cup. And in this session, we're going to be taking a look at the final games in Group C and D over in the Gold Cup. And let's get cracking and get onto it, boys. That's right, boys and girls, back once again for yet another live session. Joining us over on the Twitch stream, we have a few guys watching, which is nice to see, so hello to you. If you're watching later on the re-upload over on YouTube, hello to you. You can still participate. Obviously, you're not having them as much fun as these guys with the live predictions, but anyway, you can still get involved. And anyway, for all of those who are new to this setup, if you want to smash the subscribe, smash the thumbs up, and of course, smash over on the old Twitchosphere, push the old followers up a little bit. I want to celebrate a little bit. Reached my little goal, which was 50 followers. We saw that, I think we got there last night or the night before, or I don't know. But anyway, it's good to have it. So, a lot to get through today, and it is, for me, early Sunday. So, it's I'm still a little bit wiping the cobwebs from my eyes. But we're going to get cracking. And first of all, we're going to kick it off with the final games in Group C. So, let's jump over and get cracking with that bad boy. So, here we go, there we go. We're right down into the nitty gritty now. First and foremost, again, just going to go recap some of the nations that are in this group, just in case you don't know. We'll kind of reflect on of how things have gone on in Group C. So let's get cracking. First and foremost, Curaçao. These boys are in the thick of things right now in Group C. Cause themselves... when you look at this, let's actually bring up the odds here. So they started the tournament 300 to 1. They went as long as 2,500 to 1. And now they're all the way back down to 250 to 1. And we'll talk about why those odds have fluctuated so madly in a second. But right now, Curaçao, surprise package over in Group C. Joining them, it is El Salvador. Again, their odds have fluctuated. This group is an absolute mess. I have no idea. I think obviously a lot of folks have tipped the Jamaica, the Reggae Boys, to do well, but it's all over the place. This group is all over the place. To be honest with you, I think, well, I'm going to, anyway, odds for El Salvador started 61, went 33 to 1, now 25 to 1 to win the whole tournament. These guys, Honduras, who I think they were one of my dark horses at the start, they're eliminated. They cannot make it out of the group stages. So they're out of these four nations. These bad boys, who I thought were going to be, not bad, they're out. For one says, but they've still got to play the last game, but ultimately done and dusted. And there they are, the Reggae Boys, who have not budged a bit. Their odds have been 14 to 1, 14 to 1, and they still remain at 14 to 1. But Curaçao, wow, what a story it is for them. Getting themselves right back in contention here. They will take on a rather sloppy-looking Jamaica at the minute. Started the tournament with a 3-2 victory, and they kind of just kept themselves in it. With a draw in the last game. But let's take a look at those games here. First and foremost, obviously, in Group C, it opened up with Curaçao against El Salvador. El Salvador picking up a 2-1, a 1-0 victory for El Salvador. I actually called a 2-0 victory for El Salvador. So I got that one right. These are the first matches. Also, Jamaica took on Honduras. Jamaica squeezing by Honduras 3-2. I was close to the money on that one with a 2-2 draw. But anyway, match day number 2. El Salvador up against Jamaica. And I guess it was one of those games that nobody wanted to mess up. It was just keep ourselves above water. Because after this result here, both El Salvador and Jamaica, I think they're going to be on the same points here, unbeaten. Just keeping their head above water and doing enough as it stands. I actually called it as a 2-1 victory for Jamaica. Liam Martin's joining us live here on the Twitchosphere. He's got his predictions in already. He's a keen bean, and we'll get to them in a second. Honduras up against Curaçao. This was the surprise. Curaçao picked up an important, massive 1-0 victory over Honduras. Yep, I didn't see it. Look how disgusting my predictions have been in on this group. It's shameful because it has been such a roller coaster. Of a group so far, and it still could turn again, because as it stands, this is what the group looks like. Jamaica top of the pops, El Salvador second, both on 4 points. Curaçao sitting in there nicely, 3 points. Honduras eliminated. So it's 2 of 3 times that teams that will go through to the knockout stages, but which 2 will it be? But it wasn't just me that was predicting these games. There was a few boys right here on the Twitcher sphere and also over on YouTube who came in. There we go. So it's Eddie Master. He came in with a 2-0 victory for Jamaica over El Salvador. Got that one wrong. Honduras, 3-1 victories over Curaçao. He got that one wrong also. So it's not easy, this predicting business. Purple Hazer, for the ever-present, who's joining here on the Twitcher sphere. He came in with a 1-0 victory for El Salvador over Jamaica. He also decided to go with a Honduras 2-0 victory over Curaçao. So, yeah. It's not easy. Not easy, this group. Also, Pompey Lad 96 PUP. He came in with a 1-1 draw, so not too bad there, you know. Not too bad. He called the draw, but he also called the victory for Honduras. 3-1 victory for Honduras. Also, Eternal Love. Is he with us today? I don't know. He usually pops up on the old Twitcher sphere, but today, no joy. El Salvador 1, Jamaica 2. He went with Honduras 2, Curaçao 0. So again, no one got it right. Double Ump. I think I saw him knocking around in the old chat. He came in with a 2-1 victory for El Salvador. He also came in with a 3-1 victory for Curaçao. And there was one other, San Sebastian. He was in there as well. El Salvador 2, Jamaica 1, Honduras 2, Curaçao 0. As you can see, there was a bit of a trend here on the old Twitch. Pretty much everybody went with a 2-0 victory for Honduras over Curaçao. But anyway, let's jump into Group C. So if you are watching here on the Twitcher sphere, get your predictions on the ready. If you've already pushed them in, make sure you smash them out one more time because the chat's moved up a bit and I don't know where it is. So anyway, Jamaica taking on Curaçao. Get your predictions in, boys and girls. So Jamaica and Curaçao, they've played each other just the 3 times. And as you can see, this is not an easy game here. It's not a given. Jamaica winning 2 of them, Curaçao winning 1 of them. They've yet to draw. This could be a squeaky bum draw. Maybe, I don't think a draw will be enough for Curaçao to get over the line. So they need to go out and probably win this and hope Honduras beat El Salvador, or if a draw was, I don't know, it's tight. I think basically Curaçao need to win to get themselves through. I think that's how tight it is. But anyway, the bookmakers, I had a bit of trouble last night getting the odds for these bad boys, but yeah, the bookmakers have Jamaica 3-4 favourites, Curaçao 9-2 long shots. The draw is 9-4. Over on the Twitcher sphere, we have a few predictions here. Purple Hazer's going with a 2-0 victory for Jamaica, man. Meanwhile, Liam Martin, I have to scroll back for yours. Double Ump is going with a 1-0 win for Jamaica. Liam Martin is going for, I don't know what you're going for, Liam Martin. You're going for 2-0 victory for Jamaica as well, man. Yes, I have them. So they're all in there. So everyone's siding with Jamaica, obviously. Curaçao, the dark horse, a surprise package. But unfortunately for me, I also see a victory for Jamaica. I think it'll be a squeaky bum 2-1 victory for Jamaica to get over the line. Curaçao will bow out at this stage, I believe. They will only leave them with 3 points. El Salvador's already got 4, so they'll be out. So it doesn't really matter what happens in this game, ultimately. But I think these games, I'm not too sure, are they taking place at the same time as per World Cup rules? Because if so, then, you know, because if this game was to take place first, then El Salvador will be like, you know what? Who cares? We're already through. So, yeah, let's get cracking to the next game, the final game in Group C. Honduras up against El Salvador. There is still something on the line here. The 2 sides have played each other in impressive. In fact, I consider these guys, you know, very similar on a standard. But Honduras have just not showed up this year for this tournament. They played each other 66 times. Honduras are winning 35 of them. El Salvador 14. The draws have been 17 between them. The bookmakers have Honduras still 2-1 favourites. That's a strange one. 9-2 for El Salvador. The draw is 2-1. What do we got on the Twitcher sphere, people? Get your predictions in. Liam Martin's going with a 2-1 victory for El Salvador. Double Ump's going with 2-1 Honduras. Did Purple Hazer get in there? I didn't see his. 3-1 El Salvador. So, again, 2-1 Honduras. I think, what else did we see up there? 2-1 El Salvador, 3-1 El Salvador. So it's kind of split on the old chat. Again, if you are watching at home on the old YouTube, you can still put your predictions in the old comment section. A lot of people do that. Mahan, like Liam Martin's coming in with a 2-1 victory for Honduras. As for me, I'm going with, you know, despite the King 3 SSA is coming in there with a 3-1 victory for El Salvador. So the chat is a little bit split. I'm also a little bit split. Obviously, Honduras, bookmakers' favourite. They've won them the most times, but for right now, the fortune is favouring El Salvador. So it doesn't really matter what happens if Honduras win or lose. They ain't going to go through. It looks like El Salvador will squeeze through. I am still going with Honduras, though. I'm joining the Honduras gang here with a 2-0 victory in the end to get themselves some points on the board, and they could still mathematically finish above Curaçao, I think, on goal difference, depending on what else goes on. So they do. So the games are not on the same time. Anyway, the winner of this group is likely to play the runner-up of Group D, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. The runner-up of this takes on the winner of Group D. And who is in Group D? Well, let's take a look as the final games approach for Group D. Here they are. So just a quick reminder of the nations that are in Group D. Guyana are still in it. No, they're not. They are out. 750 to 1. They started 1,000 to 1. They drifted. But now they cannot make the knockout stages. Joining them in is Panama, who started as 12 to 1, 16 to 1. They are now 14 to 1. So they are hot and cold. They're blowing hot and cold right now. You just don't know what you're going to get with Panama. I think is it a done deal? I think it's pretty much a done deal that Panama and the USA are through. It just depends on which way they're going to come out of this group, who's going to top the group. Because Trinidad are also eliminated. They started 40 to 1, went up to 150 to 1, and they are now cannot qualify. And then wrap it up. It is the USA. Started 7-5, went to 15 to 8. They're now 7 to 4. So their odds have shortened, but they're still not as good as they were the tip to be. You know what I mean? So they're due in, but they did put a bit of a benchmark down last time out, and we'll have a look at that right about now. So a quick recap of the situation in Group D. So Panama and Trinidad opened up with Panama opened up with a 2-0 victory over Trinidad. I called a 3-2 victory for Panama, so I saw it a lot tighter than that, but Trinidad have just been woeful. USA took on Guyana. That was a 4-0 victory for the USA. I called a 3-0 victory. Also, the last two games, which one we're focusing on right here, right now, Guyana took on Panama, and that ended up as a 4-2. That should be wrong. My goodness. Sack the editor. That should be I did clock it as well. I did clock it. So it should be 4-2 the other way. So it was a 4-2 victory for Panama. Something's fishy's going on here. Must be cobwebs in my eyes. I think I got the right result. I think I called, I can't remember what I think it might have been 3-1 or something. So I got the right result. I didn't get the right thing here. So that's a mess. That is a complete mess, whatever that is. USA took on Trinidad, and that ended up as a 6-0 victory for the USA. I only called it as a 2-1. 2-1, squeaky bum win. But my oh my, how wrong was I? I was wrong big time with the amount of goals because USA just turned on the juice. But I got the right result in the end. So realistically, it's not, so not too shabby indeed. And this is the situation, obviously, in Group D. USA, Panama are through. 6 points cannot be caught no matter what. And then they do meet up in a doubleheader to see who comes out on top of Group D. And again, like I said, the winner of Group D takes on the runner-up in Group C. And as it stands, it could be El Salvador in the knockout stages. Panama could then take on Jamaica in what could be a juicy one as well. So anyway, let's get cracking. Take a look at what everyone else thought of these games. So it's Eddie Master. He came in with a 4-0 victory for Panama over Guyana. He came in with a 2-2 draw with Trinidad and Tobago and the USA. So I was a little bit ropey there. Joining them, the Balumpies with us here on the old chat, I believe. Panama 3-0 victory. USA 4-0. Not too bad there, boy. Not too bad indeed. Just a couple goals shy. Pompey Lad, 96 pup. He came in with a 5-0 victory for Panama over Guyana. He also came in with a 4-0 victory over USA over Trinidad. Again, they're not too shabby predictions. Alex Robinson came in with a couple of predictions as well. Panama 3-1 winners over Guyana. USA 3-1 winners over TT. Over here on the Twitch, we had Eternal Love, who came in with a 1-0 victory for Panama over Guyana. And a 2-1 victory for Trinidad over the USA. Sensastian, he was also here on the Twitch. He came in with a 3-0 victory for Panama over Guyana, and he also came in with a squeaky 1-0 win over Trinidad and Tobago. So again, I think the majority, and also Purple Hazers right here, right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. That's right. 6-0 victory. You call that one right? You called that one right. 6-0 victory. No, sorry, that was the wrong one. I'm blind. He got the 6-0 victory for Panama over Guyana. But he also got Trinidad Tobago's 3-2 victory over USA. So not too shabby indeed. If you just flip-flop them around and you got the US, that would have been some right telekinesis sort of magic. So yeah, not too. The majority of people sided with the right teams. The majority. There was a couple little blips along the way. Yeah, so that was match day 2. We're now here for match day number 3. So again, if you are watching on the Twitch sphere, get your predictions on the ready. Again, you can participate at home on the YouTube a little bit later on. You can still whack in your predictions, and we'll take a look at them in the quarterfinals. That's right. After we wrap up this Group D, we're going to be preparing for the quarterfinals. I have no idea when that live show will be. Let me fire up the graph up here, and I can give you an estimation. So the quarterfinal live show will more likely be Thursday. It'll be Thursday once the Group D matches wrap up, and we know it'll be a one-off quarterfinal. I'm not going to break it down into two things. It'll be one quarterfinal show. We'll predict it before the first quarterfinal, and we'll wait, and then we'll come back again for the semifinals once the quarterfinals are done. So we'll cover 4 quarterfinal matches in the next live session. So just putting that out there, and that is likely to be Thursday. Anyway, so Group D, get your predictions on the ready. Again, here we go. Trinidad, Tobago, and Guyana, dead rubber this one. It is basically don't finish last. So realistically, Guyana, this is the first time they qualify for such a huge tournament as this. I expect them to be on the whipping end of something here. They played each other 21 times in all competitions. Trinidad winning 14 of them. Guyana picking up 2 victories. And there's been 5 draws between them. Let me just scroll the chat up here, see if I can keep up with you guys. The bookmakers have Trinidad Tobago red hot favourites, 3-10 on. Guyana 72 the win, 72 the draw. So yes, heavily favoured in favour of Trinidad. So double straight in there with a 2-1 victory for Trinidad and Tobago. Purple Haze is playing a little bit off the ball here and going with a 2-2 draw. We have Liam Martin who's going with a 2-0 victory for Trinidad. Anyone else watching on the Twitch sphere who want to jump in with a prediction, you have your chance right here, right now. If not, just whack it in anyway. I'll get to it. I will get to it. So for me, this one, Guyana, they're here, they're enjoying themselves. They probably didn't expect themselves to get out of this group. Very, very tricky group. Trinidad and Tobago going to be disappointed with themselves, I think. I think they must have felt they had a chance to at least get to the knockout stages. So they're going to be looking to at least not finish last. So I expect, for me, any more last predictions in the chat before I jump into it? No. So let's get cracking and have a look at it. 2-0 win for Trinidad and Tobago for me. Guyana just... you put a 3-0 victory down for Guyana. Okay. But I've got with a 2-0 victory for Trinidad over Guyana, and that should push Trinidad into 3rd spot. Guyana will remain bottomless, and then they will leave the tournament with absolutely nothing. So the final game in Group A, it is the Juggernauts duking it out head to head. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to come out in second? In all fairness, this situation does matter, I think. But when you look at Group C, you just don't know what you're going to get. You can't really predict. Right now, I can't predict who's going to come out on top of Group C or who's going to come out on as runner-up in Group C. So it's kind of, obviously, by the time this game takes place, they will know who's going to be. But to be honest with you, it's not like a Mexico is awaiting the person in the semi-finals here or the quarterfinals. So it should be, to be honest with you, I think both sides could rest some players, take it easy, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a big game, but ultimately, I don't. Either way, doesn't really matter. So the two sides have played each other 21 times in all competitions. They've got quite similar records to the Trinidad and Guyana game. USA winning 14 of them. Panama just a 2. The two sides have drawn 5 between them. The bookmakers have USA 3-10 favourites. Panama 7-1 long shots. The draw is 10-3. We have some picks on the old chat. Purple Haze is coming in with a 3-0 victory for the USA. Double Ump's going 2-0 for the USA. Liam Martin is going against the boil here. He's going 2-0 for Panama. Any more chat predictions? Get them in. If not, let's get cracking. I'm going to go. I'm playing. No, I'm not playing. I'm not taking it easy. I am going to go with a 3-1 victory for the USA. I do see Panama getting a goal, but realistically, I think it might be one of them consolation goals. 3-0, USA 3-0 up, 2-0 up at halftime maybe. Game's over, and USA add a third. Panama put a little bit of a sweetener on it, but it'll be good enough to get themselves. They're both through anyway, so it's not too down in the dumps. But anyway, my friends, we have got the picks on the Twitch. Make sure you stick your own predictions on the old YouTube. Stick them in the old chat section down below. I'll get back to them. I'll revisit them, and then we'll have a look at them. We'll take a look at them again as we lead up to the quarterfinals stage. So that's going to wrap up Gold Cup groups, but don't go anywhere, folks, on Twitch, because right around the corner we've got the African Cup of Nations, and we're going to be predicting groups A and B Matchday 2 in a second. But before you go and before we get to that point, a bit of admin just for the guys who are watching on YouTube. Hey, guys on YouTube, if you are watching, just want to let you know what's going on the platform of Blackburn Overseas into the new season as we get there domestically. We'll be predicting live the Premier League and the Championship over on YouTube every single match day, starting from September. The first few will be a little bit, they'll be pre-recorded because I'll be away, can't really record on the road. Bundesliga, La Liga and Serie A, they'll be as they were last season, matchday predictions. And then, if you want to become exclusive Patreon boys and girls, there are 6 additional leagues, prediction leagues you can get access to, and only you guys, no one else. So have a think about that. You'll get the divisions, League 1, League 2 in England, the Scottish Premier League, the top division out in Portugal, top division out in France, top division out in Holland. And then right here, over on the Twitchosphere, we've been doing it all throughout the month of June, and we're edging towards the start of July. We'll be predicting the Gold Cup, which we just did right here, the Copa America, and of course the African Cup of Nations, boys and girls. So those are all happening with me in some capacity over the next few weeks and into September. So, yes, my friends, well, to those here over on the Twitchosphere, thanks again for watching, and thanks again for sticking in your predictions, boys and girls. And again, you can still participate over on YouTube. If you enjoyed the video, smash the thumbs up, but if you do, smash the subscribe over on YouTube, smash the follow right here on Twitch, so you can be back and informed whenever we go live, because after these tournaments come to an end in July, there will be a few weeks break, and I'll be back again, hopefully, for some live sessions in the new for Blackburn Rovers games, live watch-alongs, and we'll do other stuff. So there'll be a lot more content coming on the Twitchosphere, and I will eventually get to some gameplay. I'll play some FIFA or something, but right now it's all about the predictions. Anyhow, so yes, I am going to be taking a quick break. I got a coffee here that I need to get down my neck because I'm a little bit rough around the gills, and I've got to reset the clocks, reset the blocks, get everything all queued up. So for those on Twitch, don't go anywhere. For you guys, I'm going to pump a couple of little tweets out. Maybe some other African Cup of Nations fans will come in. But anyway, get your picks ready. Maybe I'll do a bit of research. Until then, I'll be back very soon. And again, thank you all for stopping by. Back in a jiffy. If you're looking for some more great Gold Cup content, why don't you join me for one of my live sessions over on Twitch? Details to that sucker in the old description down below.